The quest for rank 1 was close for you, but you suddenly started to lose mini games recently. How does a man find? Why'd you put this as a topic, Scar? Why'd you do
Well,
this
I
to
thought
me?
you'd want to talk about it, dude.
Dude, the only thing I have to say about this shit is, man, if I get one more fucking platinum player on my team, I'm actually like, I've just started reporting them. That's how fed up I am with this shit, dude. I report him for cheating and I report him for gaming the MMR system to somehow end up in a game with me, dude. If I get
Wait, do you actually get plat players?
Yeah, I get platinum one player. I got a platinum one player last season, dude. He had a platinum border. I was just like,
So later they thought of some reasons a high challenger player, and for context, Cutie was like top 10 and then dropped his hun, but still high challenger, like could possibly get a platinum player in his game. And they were thinking maybe it was like nobody was playing at the time of day, or maybe it was his MMR or something. But it's still surprising since Skara, who's lower than Cutie, realized that like he wasn't getting plat players. And your first thought would be that it should be the opposite, that the higher you are on the ladder, the lower your chance of playing with lower players is. But in reality, it's just that at a certain point, the ladder breaks down. So obviously, you would expect and hope for a nice linear relationship between your elo and your teammates' average elo. Like if you're silver 3, you would expect silver 3 teammates. If you're plat 5, you would expect plat 5 teammates. And hopefully, if you're challenger 500 LP, you get challenger 500 LP teammates. But the thing is, there probably aren't 10 Challenger 500 LP players queuing up to make two nice, evenly matched teams. So, like, just as a hypothetical, because a thought experiment, like, imagine you're rank 1 on the ladder. So, every game you play, your teammates are going to be worse than you. So, you can either be like Quas and try really hard to maintain a good mentality and not flame people, or you can be like Tarzan and flame the fuck out of everyone. But anyways, rank 1's an extreme version, but just in general, once you hit a high enough elo, there aren't enough people at or above your elo queuing up for a game to quickly get you in a game with people around your skill level. So to balance the teams, the system actually puts you with worse players. Like, let's say you're 700 LP. Well, if you get put with 200 LP players, now the average LP is 300 LP. So you can go versus a team with 300 average LP, and on average, the match is balanced. But it just sucks for the 700 LP player because they're put with worse players as a reward for being good. Which, is annoying because if the barrier to climbing is the enemy team being good, that's fine. Like, it doesn't feel bad to lose when the enemy team is godlike. It's just like, wow, I didn't know that champ could even do that. Oh my god, he's so clean. But when you're losing because your own team is filled with shit players, that feels pretty bad. I'm getting off track though. The main point is the hypothesis that once you get to a certain elo, your average team actually stops improving. It might even get worse to balance you out. So what this graph shows is the average LP of teammates in games of players based on their elo. So the black dots are individual games. The red ones are averages for 100 elo. So like from 500 to 600 LP, your average teammate is like 100 LP. And the graph does seem to confirm this, that your teammates really do stop getting better even as you're getting better. And this is another version of the graph with only 30 people or fewer shown per 100 LP to make it a bit clearer. So now it might seem like the system is like completely fucked because obviously it sucks to basically be guaranteed teammates who are bad relative to you. But I think that all ladder systems break down at the top of the ladder, so there isn't really a good way to do it. And the only way they could make it better would be a trade-off for longer queue times, so there really isn't any perfect solution. And I should also know that I don't have the best feeling for this because I don't have experience of the high LP in the current ladder myself. I have been in the past, which sort of counts. And my intuition then was that, like, if there is a high elo game going on, the system will try to put you in it. Like, if there are 10 700 LP players queuing up at the same time, it would rather put them in one game together. But it just said they usually aren't. So that's why your average teammate is so bad relative to you. So yeah, I think on the intuition side of things, I have a decent sense of it. But if anyone who's high LP on the current ladder wants to correct me about like what it feels like their teams are, they're probably right. And like on the statistics side of things, this comes from like 10,000 games over the last week or two. So it's plenty of games for most elos, although there are way fewer games played at like 1,000 LP plus, so the sample size is a bit smaller there than would be nice, but I think it's fine for the most part.